We want to look at practice questions from domain 2. So we start with question 1. Which of the following can best be used to rate the performance of system and database administrators over a period? A. Financial contributions to the business growth. B. Satisfaction levels of internal customers. C. IT balance scorecard. D. Innovations leading to increase in market share. Now, this is a question testing your knowledge of IT balance scorecard. So if you understand IT balance scorecard very well, you will know that A is part of the perspectives of IT balance scorecard. That is the financial perspective. B is talking about the internal process perspective. D is talking about the learning and growth perspective. So uh, for you to have a comprehensive answer, you should pick C because C encompasses A, B, and D. So the best answer here is the IT balance scorecard, C. Question 2. Which of the following is most likely to be an IT management function? A. Approval of IT policies. B. Overseeing backup operations. C. Determining the business direction. Uh, D. Approval of major software development projects. Now, this is the question bordering on COVID. So your knowledge of COVID is also important for domain 2. So I would advise you if you are taking domain 2 uh, exam, you should also review COVID. So COVID says that we should separate between governance and management. So governance is for the board, management is for executive management. So A, approval of IT policies. IT management cannot approve IT policies. IT policies are strategic instruments which will be approved by the board of directors. So that's governance. B, overseeing backup operations. Backup operations is operational, is what is done day to day. So you can't expect the board to be in charge of that. So definitely that's an IT management function. Okay. C, determining the business direction. Again, that is the strategic responsibility is for the board. Then approval of major software development projects. Don't fall into the temptation of picking D. Okay, because if a software development project is major to the organization, the governance of enterprise IT requires that it is the board that will approve it, perhaps through the IT strategy committee. So IT management, if IT management is approving the major software development, it means IT is operating in a silo, which is exactly what the MITRE is trying to discourage. So the best answer here is B. Uh, Question 3. An IS auditor reviewing the governance of enterprise IT practices in an entity will be most concerned if A. The board of directors meets less than twice in a quarter. B. The IT manager is not a member of the board of directors. C. A key IT function is outsourced. D. IT management approves the business cases for major IT projects. Okay, so which one of these is the governance of enterprise IT major concern? The board of directors meets less than twice in a quarter. Most corporate governance code recommend you meet at least 4 times in a year. So that's once in a quarter. So not meeting twice in a quarter is still not bad. So we can take out A. The IT manager is not a member of the board of directors, of course, it's not expected to be a member. You expect somebody like the CIO, the IT director. So B also could be knocked out. C, a key IT function is outsourced. So far it is not a core function, it can be outsourced. So the challenge there is if IT management is approving business cases. We expect business cases to be presented to the board of directors, and the board of directors should be the one approving the business case for major IT projects. So the answer here is D. Question 4. Residual risk. A should be eliminated with countermeasures. B should be lower than the risk capacity. C should be further reduced with application controls. D should be given risk consideration in risk management. So this is a question on risk management. A is wrong because you cannot eliminate risk. You can't. You can only reduce it, right? B is correct because Risk capacity is what you can afford to lose. Residual risk is what you are willing to lose. So you expect your residual risk to be lower than your risk capacity, right? C should be further reduced with application controls. If you reduce residual risk again, that means you are over invested in controls because you are reducing your risk below what is acceptable to you. So you are wasting resources. So C is wrong. The residual risk should be given least consideration. Of that is also wrong. You must focus on residual risk. So your objective in risk management is to bring your risk down to the residual risk level. So the only correct answer here is actually B. Then question 5, which of the following is regarded as a third line of defense in the risk management model? A, IS auditors, B, compliance officers, C, board of directors, D, risk experts. So we have the COSO ERM framework. So we have the three lines of defense. The first line of defense is the controls executed by management and the directors in the organization. The second line of defense is played by the compliance officers and risk managers in the organization. The third line of defense is the assurance practitioners in the organization. So that means A is the correct answer. The correct answer here. The IS auditors are the third line of defense in the risk management model.